These are my beautiful black girls here, the little trio. We have an Australorp, and our mixed hen, that black one there. Her father's actually the rooster here, the only rooster that we have, and he is a barred rock. The mother is a Rhode Island red. She's a hen that has the brownish reddish tint to her. And combine those two breeds, and I guess you get that. So it's really difficult to tell those two apart. I can definitely tell them apart because I've been around them. I'm familiar with their behavior, and they definitely behave very differently. The Australorp, which is the bottom hen here, both of them actually, that one and that one, they're very docile. They're very friendly. She, on the other hand, is a little bit more skittish. Doesn't like to be touched, doesn't like to be picked up, and the other two here welcome it. They love it. They love attention. But there are distinct differences that I notice. I can tell them apart by their feet, because our Australorps have more of a, they have this sort of a gray slate kind of color on the surface of their feet, but underneath it's more of a pinkish flesh tone. Whereas with her, she has more of a yellowish flesh tone underneath her feet, more like a barred rock hen. Another distinction, another way I tell the difference is their eyes. Australorps here have these large, doughy eyes, is how I would describe it. Just large, beautiful, beautiful eyes. Where she has the typical little, hen chicken eye, almost like an eagle eye or a hawk eye. It's really, really distinct. And one day I'm gonna make a video to show the difference. But to do something like that, I'd have to grab one and, put it in a cage or something like that to be able to show you, because they're just too busy right now. There'd be no way that I can get them still long enough to close up on their eyeballs. But they are wonderful girls. So again, if you're around them long enough, you'd be able to tell them apart. But to the average person's eye, it just looks like I have 3 black chickens. Or to the experienced chicken owner, it may even look like I have 3 Australorps. When in fact I do not. I have 2 and a mixed breed hen over there. Even their crowns and their wattle. The crown is the red fleshy stuff on the top of their head, and the wattle is what's kind of hanging down on their chin or below their beak. Those are identical as well. So it's very difficult to tell them apart. One thing I do like about these chickens with the black feathers is their feathers do this thing called beetling, which is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to try to zoom in, almost like when you see a beetle, a black beetle, the shell kind of changes color, almost like that hollow kind of texture, like the holographic, where it goes from like a greenish to a purplish kind of tone. It's really, really pretty. And you can see it better in the sunlight if we had some more sun out here. But it's wintertime and it's kind of dreary and gloomy. And so it's kind of difficult to capture that on video. But it is super duper pretty. Oh, we got one hiding right here. Let me see if I can get a close up and show. Maybe it'll show that beetling. Let me see. You can kind of vaguely see it. It's really hard to capture. But again, it's like that holographic greenish, purplish kind of color that you get. Well, anyway, that's what we got going on here. We're just kind of hanging out, checking for bugs, trying to find what we can find. Don't mind that little piece of lumber. I've been working on a rabbit hutch, which I'm going to make a video on. I used just a couple of pieces of lumber from the hardware store, and then the rest was just scrap pieces of wood we had around, and some wood from some pallets. So I'll be posting that as well. That's another one that's a little difficult to tell apart. You know, we have a cuckoo moran, and you also have a barred rock, and they both have the black and white spotting texture. So I may make a video on how we tell those two apart. It does get a little tricky. All right, that's it. See you on the next one.